What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? Welcome back to the Hardcore Geek Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Mr. Showtime. And we're coming at you on a beautiful rainy, is it rainy? I think it's rainy. It's a rainy night here in Cleveland, Ohio. And we got a whole bunch to talk about. Guys. Welcome again. And I want to apologize for my lack of appearances, I guess. I've been a little sick, had some nasty like upper respiratory stuff. We had the holidays, we had Thanksgiving, and yeah, man. But we're back, and I have a special guest. I have Mr. Chase Merriman, my co-host for Hardcore Geek Wrestling. We're doing a double header tonight. We just recorded Hardcore Geek Wrestling, and yeah, now we're gonna talk a whole bunch of fun stuff. What's up, man?
Hello again, as Neil Diamond would say.
Neil Diamond. I've never seen Neil Diamond in concert. Have you?
Yes, I did, and it was the worst concert ever because
was it the worst concert ever? Really?
He was sick, and he didn't really admit he was sick, and it was just really bad. And yeah, he did all his hits, but he was really groggy and really throaty. He ruined a lot of songs for me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
So you were, lately, you've been a big concert goer. Dude, you just went to go see Henry Rollins.
I saw Henry Rollins. I saw Stryper. I've seen Reverend Horton Heat.
You went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show about a month ago, right?
Picture Show. Who else did I see?
Dude, you've been busy, man.
I saw Helmet.
You saw Helmet?
Helmet, 90, and Local H, who you opened up for.
Yes, we got to play. I'm not familiar with Helmet, which I'm probably going to get yelled at for, but no, we my baby, we played a show with Local H, and me being my naive self at the time, I'm like, I don't know who they were, but obviously they're way better than us. But yeah, man. So I've known you as an avid runner, as a music fan, obviously a pro wrestling fan. Is this like a new thing for you? You've been doing a lot of concert going, or was this always like your thing? And I just never knew this.
My thing when I was younger and in college. I went to probably 150, 200 concerts from the age of 18 to 25, 26.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up until I got married.
And then #wives ruin lives. I'm just kidding. I love my wife. My wife's still super cool. And the only wrestling topic I'm going to talk about, because we didn't get to say this, is obviously I'm a wrestling fan, right? My wife, not so much, but I got her to watch an episode and a half of Total Divas, and she started really getting into it. Found out she likes Naomi. She hates Paige. And
I think everybody hates Paige. Yeah.
And she was wondering why Lana doesn't have a real Russian accent, as was I. So
mind blown.
I know. We'll leave it at that. So, dude, as we were kind of getting set up, I hopped online. My buddy Joe, actually, who did the old version of Hardcore Geek podcast with me a long time ago. Long time ago, as I mean, is 2 years ago.
But in the world of podcasting, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, we were actually originally, it was going to be it was a YouTube show. We have one YouTube episode, and it's never going to be seen ever.
Ever.
And it was the day that we were moving in. It was actually the day before moving day into this house, where we were just moving boxes, and I stayed here. And I'm like, hey man, want to do this YouTube thing? And my brother was there filming it with my Galaxy tab, and it was the worst thing ever. And we put it on YouTube. We took it down. We're like, it's just that bad. But Joe and I and Michelle, which you guys know, and Hammer were, we all like to kind of go as a big crew to see the new Marvel movies, any kind of superhero movie, sci-fi, all that fun stuff. With the holidays, Michelle and Hammer, they got some family obligations, and they can't make it.
The only movie though that was really out in the holiday, was a big one, was the Rock movie with that Hawaiian movie.
Oh, Manoa or Manoa.
Mora.
Hold on, let me. So yeah, no, I keep calling it Manoa.
Moana.
Moana, God. I was calling it like Samoa the other
But
day.
his name is Maui in the movie.
Was that his name? But yeah, it's if you're a Disney fan, obviously Disney does great work. So I would recommend seeing that. I want to go see it. I'm just saying because if Hammer liked it, then I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of like on the same page.
Every time I've seen a Rock movie, I just want him just to start quoting his WWF days.
He's just gonna lay the smack down.
Lay the smack down. Rudy Poo, Jabroni.
Yeah. So speaking of
Talk
Disney,
about Poontang Pie.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna say that in a Disney movie. But dude, as far as Disney goes, Disney owns a lot. Disney might even own me. I don't know. But Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns Star Wars. So the tickets I bought were for Star Wars Rogue One opening night. We're seeing this in XD. I don't know what it is.
I've never heard of XD until tonight.
I guess it's like super awesome sound and like the screen is gigantic. I don't know if it's like IMAX wraps around. I don't know.
That's IMAX wrapped around? That's like mind blown.
I don't know, man, but we're gonna go. I'm super pumped. I thoroughly enjoy opening nights, like movie premieres. I worked one of my favorite jobs in the world that I've ever worked, and I wish I could do this like as a big boy job. Is I worked at the movie theater. I worked at Regal Cinemas for like about 5 years. It was like
is there still Regals around?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, they're all over the place. And
okay.
And I was working there like my senior year of high school, and then I kept the job like forever, like as like a part-time job, like when I was working like my full-time jobs. And the stuff, first of all, the stuff you see, we could do a whole episode on just shit that's gone down at the movie theater.
So you've seen some people getting...
We've seen some stuff. There were certain theaters, certain theaters in the complex that we worked in that had the little balconies, and those were known as the BJ booths. And you don't go up there, you don't sit in the BJ booth because you don't know what happened up there. Yeah. We've caught some people doing some weird stuff. We've caught some, and and not even that, just like where I worked, and I don't care. I mean, this is like 10 years ago, last time I worked there, I want to say, or a little less than 10 years, but like, we would have water balloon fights in the middle of like a rush. We pranks were nonstop. Yes, just like buttering the floor so somebody would fall. We had we had a cafe where there was like a little display window where you could put like little muffins in there. We took everything out. We bet my buddy Paul that he couldn't fit in there, and he like got himself in there, and then we shut it, and then we put a broomstick in there to lock him in there. So in the middle of a rush, there's a human being inside the display case, which is probably maybe the size of 2 of my laptops.
Oh my god!
So just shit like that. But some of the stuff I really enjoyed was opening nights. I am a survivor of all the Lord of the Ring opening nights.
Oh man!
All of the Matrix opening nights. Actually, no, Matrix 2 and 3. Excuse me. Almost all the Pirates of the Caribbean opening nights.
Oh god, I hate that trilogy with passion.
Oh, I love Pirates. I can only do like the first 3. I never watched them past the 3rd one.
How many Pirates are there? Are there 5?
There's another one. I think we're on the 6th one coming out. I could be wrong. The girl I was dating, towards the end of my movie theater thing, she was like obsessed with like Johnny Depp, and that was like my most
accessory. I mean, he wore more bracelets than I do.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just I think that's why it turned me off, because like the girl I was dating was like such a twat that like I didn't want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean anymore. Like she ruined it for me because I really liked it.
You and Joe Joe's like, let's watch. No, I'm not going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
We actually have them, but like we've never really watched them.
Yeah.
But dude, like I'm so pumped for Star Wars.
Of course.
The most recent opening nights I've gone to, Civil War opening day. I didn't do like the night thing, but like midnight shows like we've done. Batman v Superman, which was kind of a waste, but I love Batman, and I'll defend the movies as much as I can.
My favorite midnight premiere was probably the second Christopher Nolan Batman,
Dark Knight. Dude, okay. So, like, how many? Like, do you go to a lot of these? Like,
I used to. I went when WWE first came out with the movie when they got into the movies and they put See No Evil in the theater. I went and saw See No Evil when it was initially released, and then I saw it for 6 times. Like
really?
Not 6 straight days, but 6 times in 2 weeks. I've
love
seen that movie.
That was like one of the ones, and that was the benefit of working at the movie theaters. We didn't have to pay. So,
To be honest with you, like See No Evil is honestly probably like one of the worst acting films ever. But I just loved Kane, and it was a great.
It's a slasher
movie, and I don't know, it just was awesome. And I went to that Raw where they really talked about it, and Shawn Michaels put like. Rob Conway had a shirt that said May 19th. I kept going, May 19th, May 19th.
Oh, so he got beat up, yeah. Yeah, man, Dark Knight. I actually didn't see Dark Knight. I had to work.
Dark Knight was great.
Big boy job.
And then Dark Knight Rises, I saw that at midnight. Anything with like the Christopher Nolan Batman, because I grew up I was a Michael Keaton Batman fan.
Yeah.
So Christian Bale, yes. I still haven't given Ben Affleck doubt. I think
Have you seen the new one yet?
No,
You
but
gotta see it.
I have seen. I did go to the midnight premiere of the George Clooney Batman.
Oh, that's rough, dude. That's my dad took me to see that when I was younger. I remember that.
Val Kilmer much better,
dude.
What is Val Kilmer doing these days? Anyway?
Nothing. He's probably eating donuts because he's like 500 pounds.
Yeah, he's got fat.
Yeah, dude. So when you go to these big ones, like I know like Star Wars, and I went to the opening day of episode 7.
I just remember. Well, I remember when the Star Wars, the original ones, got remastered and put in the theaters, and there was a long wait for episode 4, 5, and 6.
See, okay, and I got a funny story about Star Wars, and I kind of want to get into this because I'm going to do a little bit of a quick, not a debate, but there is a debate, and I kind of want to touch on this.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was introduced to Star Wars. You see my office right now. All my Star Wars crap on especially my bookshelf, more so on my bookshelf. But
you were one of the few Star Wars geeks that has been laid.
Yeah, I think so. And married, and I'm a homeowner. I don't live in my mom's basement. But I like a lot of like my good friends like Lifestar. Like one of my best friends in the whole world, Commander Cody of the Rogue Squadron podcast, one of the most successful podcasts in the world. They're actually doing a Star Wars event opening night in Columbus. So I'm really pumped. Check them out at Rogue Squad Pod on Twitter.
I was thinking about Commander Cody today.
Yeah? Oh, different Commander Cody, not my buddy Commander Cody.
No, I was thinking about Commander Cody.
You've never met Commander Cody.
I know, but I was just thinking about him for some reason. Why? I don't know why, but Commander Cody was on my mind today.
There you go. But yeah, check them out, roguesquadronpodcast.com. They're fantastic. They're going to have all their information on their event. They're doing like giveaways. I'm just pissed that I can't be there for it. But like Star Wars, like I was introduced to Star Wars. My parents are divorced, so my dad's remarried and all that, and then nothing bad. I have a good life, I guess, right? But my stepmom, who's awesome, had all the originals on VHS, and it was like a real like snowy, nasty day, and there was nothing to do. She's like, you might like these, and I'm like, I kind of remember a little bit what Star Wars was, but I didn't really know, and I like watched them. All 3 of them over and over. I fell in love. I like made my own lightsaber out of a stick, and like my dad like painted it. And like, it was awesome.
Do you feel then? I guess that Star Wars is more popular than Star Trek.
That's what I wanted to get into. So like, Peace and Michelle, we have friendly debates that sometimes turn violent, because has been well documented on this show.
I feel like pop culturally speaking, Star Wars is more important than Star Trek.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree, but I know I'm a Star Trek fan. I like the reboots more, and I gotta give the originals some credit. With Shatner.
Okay, the original guys that were successful with spoken word albums, Shatner's spoken word and Leonard Nimoy's spoken word albums. Fantastic.
Okay.
Shatner doing Rocket Man is a must-watch. If you get a chance, YouTube William Shatner, Rocket Man.
Oh, my God. I think I have seen that.
It's like the best 5 to 6 minutes ever of your life.
So with Star Trek, like I remember watching like Star Trek. My mom like always watched like the Star Trek movies. It's probably why I'm such a fucking nerd.
It's okay.
So I knew like the the original, like the first like 2 or 3. I remember like the one, you know, when Spock died, The Search for Spock, Wrath of Khan, all that stuff, right? But man, like when I saw Star Wars for the first time, it just blew my fucking mind.
Oh,
and
it did too. Star Wars was amazing, and it had Harrison Ford freaking in it.
Harrison Ford, and just like
Ford rocks.
I mean, as a kid, you're like you see like sword fighting with lasers, laser gun, yeah, like gun
the bar scene.
Oh, the freaking Cantina bar. The Death Star battle at the end of the first one. Then you got like Wookiees, like and all these other aliens.
And Harrison Ford.
And
Alec Guinness is freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Freaking Sir Alec Guinness.
That's right. So like, I think as a kid, Star Trek was more appealing, so that's why I hang my hat more in the Star Wars genre. I'm gonna be like very honest. I'm not like a Star Wars aficionado. You know, I mean, I've got enough books that I could probably study them all. And
I am not an aficionado. I have seen all of the Star Wars. You know what's sad? I haven't seen. I take that. I've seen 1 through 6, but I haven't seen.
You know, watch the prequels. Did you watch Episode 7, the new one?
No, I haven't.
You have to watch it.
I've seen the first, the 1 through 3 was kind of.
Well, the prequels were kind of like, and that's where like my wife and I we debate over that because she's a fan of the prequels.
The kids dying thing kind of.
Well, yeah, well that's you have to do that though.
You got to kind of tell the story, but it is kind of sad to see dead kids.
Exactly,
if you're a parent, it's like.
Yeah, but you know it is.
But it's 4, 5, 6, fabulous.
4, 5, and 6 were great. I got them on my shelf right there.
I'm not gonna lie, though. Episode 5 is one of those. I hate the ending of it when he loses his hand, and it's just like, okay, he's okay back, but you know there's going to be an episode 6.
Well, and that's a cool thing because that's something that like, at least for me, like I didn't really know because obviously like with a lot of things, you know, a lot of movies and stories, the good guys win at the end. Empire, they didn't. So it was kind of like, you know, Han Solo's frozen in carbonite. Luke finds out that Darth Vader's his dad, and he gets his hand cut off, and they got to go rescue Han. So you knew shit was gonna go down. And this is like how George Lucas intended it. You know, he wanted it to be like Flash Gordon serial. So it was like, you know, start, middle, and end. You know, I don't know, man. I think.
Are you a J.J. Abrams fan?
Yeah, I am. I really like what he done. What he's done with
South Park has done a great job of parodying.
They did, yeah. But I like what he did with the Star Trek reboot. I like what he did with Episode 7, which was great of Star Wars. And he's never really done anything that has made me frown. I never watched Lost. I know he was the guy.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't Lost. My mom loved that show.
Yeah,
which is kind of odd. My mom liked that show, so I guess if my mom likes it, which is very rare for her liking things, then it might be decently good.
Yeah.
She liked Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal.
Okay,
yeah.
She's on Supergirl actually, the new Supergirl show.
Really?
Yeah, the new Supergirl show is amazing. I got to catch up though. But dude, Star Wars for me. No offense to my Star Trek fans, because I got Star Trek movies myself. I'm a Star Wars boy. I mean, look at me. Got my Star Wars bracelet that I wear every day.
I feel like Star Trek, like I said, like Shatner, like it kind of opened up the greatness of William Shatner. William Shatner rules.
I mean,
he talks like this. Hey, it's William Shatner. He is, and Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. I think a little emotional.
Leonard Nimoy had another great. If you get a chance, listen to Leonard Nimoy's spoken word album. It's really good. His songs, he actually had some really good, catchy songs.
I'll have to check that out.
Shatner's had like 4 albums.
He has. That's insane.
He's like 82.
He's super old. I'm not gonna lie.
But he looks great.
I don't think he looks. Well, I mean, yeah, for being his age, yeah.
For 80, he looks amazing.
Right. So, Star Wars opening night. I remember Episode 3, which was technically going to be like the last one.
Yeah,
and
I remember that one.
First of
I
all,
went to that one.
Let me paint this picture for you. I'm working at the movie theater. The line is out the fucking door.
This is 2005.
2005.
My God, I would have been. I was a junior in college.
and people coming in full outfit. Like there was
I was going to say that people come in full outfit for that.
Yeah, in fact, we there was a man in a full movie quality replica Darth Vader costume that sat watching the movie with the helmet on, and the people behind him couldn't see him. We did have to go in and ask him, like, dude, hey, love your costume. Can you maybe take the helmet off while you're... I don't care if you wear it around, do whatever, but, like, you know...
Was he like, I must watch it with my helmet
No,
on?
I took it off. He's like, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, dude, people behind you can't see, man. So it was all right, you know. It was what it was, but, dude, there's that. For Lord of the Rings... people dressed up. More people, believe it or not, dressed up for the last 2 Matrix movies.
Really?
It was like,
what do you dress up as Matrix?
As
Sunglasses?
Neo. Yeah, just like trench coats and sunglasses. And
see, I'd be freaked out if people dressed in trench coats because you think of, well, I guess shooting school. So
I mean, I don't know. I don't really think of that. I just thought it's just some weirdos dressing up.
What was the movie that wasn't it the Batman movie that dude in Colorado shot people?
Dark Knight. Was it? No, it was Dark Knight Rises, actually, where, unfortunately there was that, dude that kind of went crazy.
I saw that movie, and then the next night, that dude went and shot everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know how freaky that is, to think that?
Well, I went the day after it happened, and I told my wife, she's like, I already bought tickets, and she had something going on. I think she may have been out of town, and I bought myself, because I only went by myself. And she's like, hey, you're not going to see that movie. And I'm like, no, I'll wait for you, which was a total lie. I'm like, oh, I'm going to the gym, so if I don't answer my phone for a while, just let me know. No, I went right to freaking Valley View Cinemark, and I watched freaking Dark Knight the day it came out. It was the day after the midnight show, so I guess it was, second day. But
yeah,
man, I enjoy the movie. Movie premieres.
It is. It's kind of that excitement. It's kind of like...
It's like Black Friday.
It's like a Black Friday. Okay, so it's like Black Friday, or it's like your favorite band's new album release, or it's like you're going to a concert. Like to see your favorite
It's
band.
like that, and then especially with like the superhero movies, especially like the Marvel movies, and and I'm sure we'll experience the same thing for Rogue One. It's almost like, because a lot of people, they're all there, they're having a fun time, they're all in their Star Wars gear, their Star Wars t-shirts, Star Wars outfits. People probably,
as long as they don't stand up and sing, then you're okay.
Oh, like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
I know you into that.
I will just say this now. I love the movie. Unless you expect to not hear anything or not listen to anything in the lyrics, I would not go.
Oh, okay. My wife had actually the week that you went to see it, I mentioned it. I'm like, oh, Chase is going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had never seen it up until that point, so we actually watched it. We pulled it up on like Hulu or Netflix or something, and we watched it. It was all right, And then they had like the live one. We watched that, and we're like, yeah, it's all right,
Yeah,
it was what it was. Yeah, it's probably something I wouldn't do.
No,
so,
it's not good.
I have anxiety around big crowds, anyways, as it is. So
I was thinking about it. I was at something, and I said, Ryan would enjoy this if it wasn't crowded. I forget where I was.
Yeah, dude, I have like
crazy.
Reverend
Horton Heat. Oh my God, it was like packed. So that concert I went to on Saturday night, it was freaking packed to the gills at Beachland Ballroom.
Oh yeah, no way, dude, I can do it.
Yeah, it was like you would have had a anxiety attack.
I can be on stage in front of 1,000 people. But if I'm in the crowd, I have terrible anxiety. I can't do it.
Yeah, it was pretty packed. I had to go to the bathroom like 5 times, but I also had like 5 beers and a lot of chili.
There you go. So, yeah, dude, I'm trying to think of some other crazy, I was there for the Finding Nemo opening night, which, let me tell you something.
That's a sad movie.
I love Finding Nemo, but let me tell you one thing, is that and this goes to all my friends who have worked at the movie theater, anybody listening that is working at a movie theater or has worked at a movie theater, we all know that anytime Disney had a movie or any kind of kids movie, those theaters were going to be trashed. There was going to be popcorn, sticky shit all over the place.
Because kids don't give a shit,
and the parents don't give a shit. And it was just, you could release a Marvel movie marathon and you'd be fine. And the same night you release one Disney movie and it's mayhem. Ugh. You need a whole crew of people to clean up the theater. It was nuts. I mean, kids throwing up, and we had this is old 3D. This isn't even this.
pee smell and all that.
Yeah, we'd have that. The grossest thing I ever found in a movie theater was my buddy Dan. As we were cleaning it, I heard him scream, and he found a used tampon stuck to the wall.
Oh!
And I'm like, it was a really busy, crazy night. And my boss, John, I'm not going to give your last name out because I don't want to do that, but one of the best bosses I ever had, got right down there in his suit and is cleaning up, sweeping the theaters with us. And I looked at John, I said, listen, if I'm touching that, I need a raise. He's like, I can't give you a raise, so I'll do it. So John in his suit and his little dustpan and his little bitty broom scraped the tampon off the wall.
That's so good.
Yeah, my buddy Tom, who worked at the theater with me, went to go clean the men's restroom, and somebody took human feces and wrote the word shit on the wall. So I mean, I'm like, that's very artsy.
That's so gross.
You write the word shit with shit on the on the wall. I'm like, I guess that's creative, whatever. So yeah, man. One day I'm gonna see if I can bring in some of the movie theater guys. I know Justin, who plays in my band. We worked at the movie theater together for years. So I know he's got stories. We have stories that we've things we have experienced together. So I definitely got to bring him on.
Did you ever have to clean up a used condom?
I'm sure we have. Yeah, after a while, shit doesn't phase you, and then you just go out and drink after.
I was gonna say I would have to drink.
You go out and drink, or you go to Denny's and whatever, and it is what it is.
Denny's. Last time we had Denny's wasn't a very pretty sight.
When was Denny's? Oh yeah, I had Denny's. Yeah, we went to Denny's
a couple months ago.
Couple months ago. Yeah, I can dig that. Yeah, dude.
Did I tell you I had Waffle House on Thanksgiving?
I'm so jealous because I love Waffle House.
I had Waffle House 2 times in less than a week.
Waffle House is always good when you're on the road.
We should do Waffle House this weekend.
We could possibly. Oh, you know what? I can. I'm booked up all day Saturday. My wife is taking me somewhere.
Oh, well, Sunday we have the pay-per-view.
We have the pay-per-view, and then Saturday I don't know what I'm going to. I have an all-day surprise. I don't know what it is. I think she's just taking me somewhere to kill me. So I don't know.
Early Christmas gift?
Or she's going to kill me. One of the two.
Maybe she's going to tell you she's pregnant?
No, not that.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. She said it has something to do with Christmas. So maybe it's I'm like a child when it comes to Christmas. I'm like
gift.
I'm like the Clark Griswold when it comes to Christmas. So
maybe she's taking you to the Christmas Story House.
I fucking hope so. I really hope that's it. So we'll find out.
Have you ever been to the Christmas Story House?
No, and I think that's why I think that's what it is, because that's like my favorite movie.
Really?
So,
I used to run the race for that.
Mm-hmm. I almost did it last year, but I had to work.
It's going to be super busy this weekend because this weekend's the race. But yes, Christmas Story House, nice.
All right, let's check that out.
Yeah.
So, dude, movies. Let's talk about some movies, okay?
All right.
Just because I love, God, man, I love the movie theater atmosphere.
Movie theater atmosphere is awesome,
and especially now and with being 2016 and everything's digital, and you can kind of get everything.
I remember when IMAX first came out and how awesome.
I've seen
IMAX
one movie in IMAX. I think it was Cars.
Really? Marcus Cinemas down in Worthington, or right around where Jill went to college at.
I'm gonna see like those 4D ones where like the room moves and it's like IMAX on crack.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
That's what I wanted to see Doctor Strange, and we saw Doctor Strange in 3D, so that was really cool. 3D's really come a long way.
Oh yeah.
I remember like back when I worked at the theater and we had the Spy Kids movies in 3D, and people would get sick, and it was just not. We've had a lot of stuff.
Can you imagine watching wrestling in 3D?
No, I wouldn't want to. I would hate that. I remember seeing like Beowulf in 3D, and it gave me a migraine.
I don't think I've ever seen Beowulf.
Beowulf is pretty shitty. Not gonna lie.
I watched Chariots of Fire the other night. That was a great movie. Oh, you know what movie I watched? Did you see all the movies I watched on New Year's Eve? Or on
I saw you watch like Kickboxer.
So I watched on Thanksgiving. You watched
UHF.
I watched UHF,
which is such an underrated movie. Weird Al Yankovic is the greatest, and Kramer's in it.
That's right. So
before he was a racist.
I watched UHF. I watched Kickboxer, and I watched 2001: A Space Travesty with Leslie Nielsen.
Space Travesty. What the hell is that?
It is a really bad movie, but
obviously it's got to be like a parody movie.
it is. It's got Leslie Nielsen, so Leslie Nielsen's just awesome in general. Anything with Leslie Nielsen is always my favorite.
Yeah, did you hear that they were going to be remaking The Naked Gun with Ed Helms?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's one movie. Okay, we're talking about movie theater experiences.
Naked Guns.
Okay, so my dad, who is like my favorite person in the world next to my wife.
I don't think I've ever met your dad, though.
I don't think you have either. So my dad is so awesome that he took me to the drive-in as a child. And remember the Problem Child movies?
Yes, with John Ritter.
So like,
and Morty, the balls. I dreamt of having my Sporty Goods store calling it just balls, just
I know,
like
right?
that.
So my dad's like, he was going to take me to see freaking Problem Child. So we're like, okay.
Gilbert Gottfried.
So my dad's like, do you want to see Problem Child? Or do you want to see the new Naked Gun movie? Because he showed me the first one. And I'm like, we can do that? And he's like, yeah, just don't tell your mom. So instead, we went to the drive-in. My dad and we watched Naked Gun 2.5. That's
such a great
movie. That's like one of my best memories.
I love Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin.
He's just
like OJ. This one, OJ Simpson before he killed people.
Oh, we don't know if he killed people. Come on.
Okay.
We don't know.
This was funny, O.J. Simpson.
It was funny, O.J. Simpson. And that's actually how I was introduced to O.J. Simpson. I didn't even know he was a football player. I thought he was just a funny dude I thought he was Nordberg from Naked Gun.
I love it.
But yeah, man, Naked Gun, like, those movies are so good. They're they're so like over the top. Underrated.
They are underrated. Oh, Leslie Nielsen was underrated. Airplane. Such a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Airplane too?
Yeah.
I think everybody's seen the Airplane movies. Man, okay, so like, have you ever went to a movie premiere for a movie like you were like so pumped for, and you just like it just completely let you down? Like the movie sucked.
The Good Dinosaur. It's a kids movie I took Hunter, and I thought for sure I was like, oh, it's about dinosaurs. It's gonna be a great movie. No, it sucked.
It was Disney, right?
Yeah,
it just was not up to Disney caliber.
Jurassic Park 3. Another movie. I love Jurassic Park.
Did you see Jurassic World?
Jurassic World, it took me a while, but that's actually really good.
Phenomenal.
It's probably the second best Jurassic Park behind Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park 2 only gets the third because Jeff Goldblum just rolls.
So I was, my wife and we went opening weekend to go see Jurassic World, and
the effects in that movie are just incredible.
They were great, and then like you have the big what the hell's the name of the whatever the hybridosaurus is? I don't forget its name, and it's killing all the other dinosaurs. And I'm not even thinking because I'm so like involved in this movie. And I turn to my mic. I'm like, wait, where's the fucking T-Rex? And then next scene, the T-Rex comes out, and I like a 2-year-old child. I'm like, yeah, like a 31-year-old man at the time. I'm screaming because the fucking T-Rex came out.
I mean, like that was Jurassic Park 3. Just for me, was a disappointment.
It was shit. It was terrible.
And I mean, Jurassic Park was just such a great. I just remember going to theater to see Jurassic Park.
Well, my mom wouldn't let me see it when it first came out.
My parents took me because I read the book. I loved it. Oh, another movie I was disappointed in, Spear. It was with Dustin Hoffman. It was a book by Michael Crichton.
Okay.
And it was turned into a movie. I loved the book. Book was great. The movie was terrible.
Really?
Yes.
I never heard of that.
Michael Crichton had a lot of books turned movies, and like that was one of them.
Michael Crichton. So
he wrote the Pelican Brief too. That was another.
Oh yeah, I got you.
And there was a couple other books he wrote that were movies.
So let me tell you one movie that really pissed me off because I bought my tickets like 3 weeks in advance. If you look around my office, you'll know probably who this person is. I went to go see Spider-Man 3 on opening day.
Oh god, that was bad.
Because I'm like, holy shit, Venom's in it. And if anybody remembers, Spider-Man 2 was phenomenal. That's one thing I remember from being in the theater.
I love Spider-Man 1. I did not like 2 and 3.
You didn't like 2? 2 was great with Dr. Octopus. I think 2 was the
one
best
I liked
one.
Because it had Macho Man Randy Savage's bone crusher.
Yeah, they totally did. As Bonesaw McGraw. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, that was the first movie I went to and this is while I was working at the theater. I've seen it I watched it
I got
a million
really
times.
mad. Like I really learned to hate William Dafoe. Was it William Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe.
Lantern.
Oh, that one disappointed everybody. I refused to see that in the theater.
Oh my god, I was so stoked. I'm like, yes.
To the point where Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool makes fun of Green Lantern multiple times.
I loved Green Lantern comics. Still one of my all-time favorite comics.
Are you a Hal Jordan fan? The original?
The original, absolutely.
Okay.
Hal Jordan, absolutely. So, Hal Jordan originally, I'm thinking, great. Green Lantern, I'm excited for. I go see it in a theater, and I wish somebody would have just knocked me out.
Dude, it was so bad.
It was so bad. I about cried.
Yeah, it was really.
It was
really
like
bad.
I think I was old enough to drink, so I think I went to the bar and probably spent about $40 on alcohol.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was
I
pretty
never
rough.
spend $40 on alcohol. I drink $2 beers when I go out to drink.
Another movie I was extremely disappointed opening night. There was two movies actually. I think they came out around the same time. I forgot which one we went for the premiere for. I think it was my wife and I. We were down in Columbus, spending like a week or so down there, and we went to the super fancy AMC theater in Easton. If anybody's in that area in Columbus, Ohio, or near Columbus, Ohio.
$15 a ticket, pretty much.
Yeah, so we went to go see Terminator Salvation because I twisted her arm to see that one because I love Terminator.
Me too. I love Terminator.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Terminator, yes. Christian Bale, yes. All right, cool. The dude from Avatar, all right, cool. This is gonna be awesome. It was pretty rough. It was not what I wanted. It just kind of sucked. So then the next movie we saw, it was X-Men Origins Wolverine, and that one was shitty too.
That was shitty.
That we just like to forget that whatever happened.
The movie that I thought for sure had really high hopes for, and it kind of like was Vision Quest with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Vision Quest. I don't know.
Oh, it was so bad. I couldn't even tell you much about it. But
really?
Yeah, I'm a JCVD fan.
I always love Bloodsport and Double Impact. Those were my two.
Here, have you seen Universal Soldier?
I have seen Universal Soldier.
Have you seen Universal Soldier 2?
I just seen it just because I knew Goldberg was in it.
That's Goldberg's best movie that he has ever been in.
No, he was in Santa's Slave, where he plays Santa Claus that he kills everybody. He kills Fran Drescher. He kills the nanny in the opening scene.
I haven't seen that.
You need to go. It's probably on like Netflix.
I don't have Netflix. I have Hulu.
It's probably on Hulu, or you can just go to YouTube. It's just called Santa's Slave, but it's spelled SLAY. And it's Bill Goldberg,
dude,
and he's just like I hate kids and all this stuff.
I love it.
And he
doesn't hate kids in real life.
The opening scene is this family sitting down. It's like this over the top, super campy slasher movie. They're sitting down for Christmas dinner, and Santa comes down the chimney, and Fran Drescher's like the mom, and like Santa kills everybody. And, like, I think he kills her last, but it's just, like, this over-the-top, like, really
Fran
cheesy.
Drescher, though, was good in UHF. After that, I just,
Yeah, I was not a fan of the nanny. My dad hated that just because of her stupid voice.
Yeah.
What's the last? What was another one where I was just going to say that was really disappointing? Oh, G.I. Joe, the first G.I. Joe movie.
The Rock?
No, the one, just the first one.
With Dennis Leary, with the dude from The Rookie or whatever. Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really like it. I mean, I grew up G.I. Joe, and
absolutely.
You had all the toys and all that. I watched the cartoon, and it was not what I expected. It was
Spice World looked like that for me.
You saw Spice World?
I did.
Who are you? I don't even know you. My wife has like this. Okay, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. So I hope she doesn't listen. My wife has the Spice World, or I don't know if it's Spice World or Spice Girls, PlayStation game.
My sister did too.
I think she still has it. She won't get rid of it. I'm like, honey, we don't even have a PlayStation.
You can play it on PS4?
No, you can't.
Really?
No, it's not backwards compatible.
Oh my god. I
won't put that crap in my PS4.
I loved Sporty Spice and Ginger Spice. Jerry Holloway.
I guess I never got into that. I don't know. That's just
hot British girls, man.
I guess I don't know, man. It was
my sister was into the Spice Girls, and honestly, I just loved them for their accents.
Got it. Yeah, man. I can't say I saw that one, but Man, I've seen my fair share
That is
of
guilty.
openings.
Rodney Dangerfield. What was the one? Meet Wally Sparks. That's a movie I
didn't see that.
Yeah, it's bad.
So, like, overall, like, do you prefer as an adult going to the movies and, you know, spending an arm and a leg, buying popcorn that you're probably not going to eat all of it, buying a drink that you know you're not going to finish? And
I finish that shit.
You do? You make sure you finish it?
I make sure, especially the popcorn. I make sure
you bring it home.
If I take Hunter, I make sure that boy eats it. He will eat all that popcorn.
I went to the movie theater. They sell like chicken wings now. It's crazy.
No way.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's been
man.
a while. Wow.
There's a bar in my theater. The
Movie
AMC.
Tavern down in Hilliard is like a bar.
So you prefer going to the theater, or are you like I'll wait for it to come out on digital?
Anymore now, I'm gonna wait till it comes out.
I think as we get older, we're like that.
Yeah.
But there's still a kid in me. I have to go see certain ones.
Oh, absolutely.
As they come out, like the Marvel movies, and I know obviously, Rogue One, we seeing that, Spider-Man when it comes out, Power Rangers, all that good stuff. So I mean, those ones I'll go see. I'm not going to see like every comedy that I think will be funny.
That's true.
Sorry, guys, still a little sick. Let's wrap it up, man. You got any final thoughts?
I am really kind of curious to see when the new Star Wars comes out if South Park parodies it, because South Park always does a great job of doing.
Oh, I guarantee they will. Yeah. So there's Star Wars, and
that's really the big.
There's the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I want to see that.
I've heard that's decent.
Yeah, I mean anything Harry Potter is great, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
That's a prequel to Harry Potter, right?
No, it's like there's a book called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the Harry Potter universe, like an actual book. This is the story of that book, so it's like a book inside a book. Or story inside a story.
It's by J.K. Rowling, though. Right?
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie. I really want to see them do a pre-Harry Potter movie where we learn all about Harry Potter's family.
Well, they had the new book that came out, so I want to see grown-up Harry Potter.
Yeah,
personally, maybe you wait a few years and you do it with Daniel Radcliffe. I think that's how you got to do it.
Oh, I did see Twilight. I did not think about it. I saw Twilight when it opened up. The Breaking Dawn.
My wife drugged me to. I think it was the first one.
Yeah, I dated a couple girls. They had to go see the opening.
Sparkly, the things we do for our ladies.
Oh yeah,
sparkly vampires.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So hey, as always, you can check us out at hardcoregeekcast.com. We are on Facebook and Twitter at HCGeekcast. Check us out on the Instagram. We got some fun stuff on there. And we're on iTunes, Spreaker. Also, we will be on iHeartRadio as well. So if you're an iHeartRadio fan, check us out there. Pretty much anywhere you can find your favorite podcast, just type in Hardcore Geek. We'll be there. And yeah, guys, we will see you in about a week or so for our next episode with Hammer and Michelle. We have to talk to Michelle about that last episode we had with her. The Drunk Cast, Part 1 and Part 2. We'll definitely talk about that. But until then...
Vampires aren't real.
Vampires aren't real unless they're sparkly. Have a good night, guys.